Sanibonani mphakathi wase-Amsterdam namaphethela namhlanje ukwenza kwenkosi K.N Khumalo onthuleli podcast mayelana nokuchaza kabanzi in terms of ama-projects mhlawumbe angahle abe ne-potential la e-Amsterdam angasilekelela ukuthi sikhone ukuthi sivule amathuba okungaba amathuba omsebenzi kuphinde kube amathuba ebhizinisi noma kuphinde kube amathuba okuthuthukisa noma ngokuqeqesha ngokolwazi nangokwamakhono. Cishe namhlanje the projects ane potential and which we believe ukuthi angaba sustainable, which anga innovator la Amsterdam cishe kungabe agro noma agricultural farming, and then bese kuba itimber or sawmills lezo hamba nabo ma carpentry and so forth, and then bese kuba i-ICT center or e-learning. Yes, going back to project number 1, agricultural farming. So we can classify it. Classify it as for agro production, agro processing, agro packaging, agro redistribution. Okuchaza ukuthi thina si Amsterdam njengoba si rich in terms of arable and fertile land kanye namanzi. Kuningi kakhulu lokho le Amsterdam. So iyasivumela kakhulu ukuthi e-Amsterdam singakhona ukuthi sikhiqize ama-vegetables, grains and so forth. So which we believe ukuthi it is an initiatives ekumele sonke sibe involved kiyo le ngoba, because like if you can check around in markets, foods are so expensive, and people, they need food, specifically the healthy one, for us to survive. So since njengoba sine potential, as we speak, around like Amsterdam, there are some agricultural projects of which they still need more support. We support in terms of trainings, including technical, support in terms of funding, the others in terms of market linkage and so forth. So as you know, like Amsterdam, Guti, Lama projects are called Zamayo, Nanan and so forth. There is one project and a potential to penetrate the market for most of the inspiring or other interesting agricultural farming producers. So ecology farm, there's a project which is run by Intandego Agricultural Primary Cooperative, which are 100% young people. At the moment, they've established a pack house. A pack house la each and everyone around la Amsterdam produce vegetables. They take all of their vegetables, bahamba bawafaka lapha kule pack house. Lapha kule pack house ilapho la sesenza khona i-agro processing and agro packaging to prepare for agro redistribution. The agro redistribution kusho ukuthi ke manje ilapho la sesipreparela khona i-market linkage. I-market linkage is the basics one. Ama-hawkers or ama-street vendors, labo mama bathengisela emgaqweni bathengisela amatamati, onions, makhabisi kanjalo kanjalo. And then the other markets and the potential is to approach the local spaza shops and the supermarkets, the likes of ShopRite, Checkers, Boxers and so forth. And then the bigger one, of which we have to invest all of our energy, ile is surrounded each and every time is with us, the school nutrition program. It is a must that we must find a strategy and unite for a common vision in order for us to have strategies as a contributors assisted to take over a school nutrition program. The school nutrition program assists in terms of only about being vocal, not only about talking the politics of business, but like we get into the ground and get our hands dirty, and then we get the necessary resources and tools to work the land so that we can make sure that we produce fresh foods or vegetables, which there will be a continuous production in the fields. And then after that, we can make ventures with some other stakeholders, SMMEs, cooperatives, and so forth. And then we go to the second department or the school surroundings. We approach them and then we introduce the vision or the idea. Manje Amsterdam, sisne network is strong in terms of producing vegetables. We are ready to take over a school nutrition program. And the number of jobs that will be created there are a lot. Because if you can check, there will be people on the field abazobe ba-employed, working, preparing, and making sure ukuthi zonke izinto they go smoothly. And then bese kuba khona le chain le for transportation, abazothatha lama veggie ba transported to the market, and then bese kuba khona labazowathatha bawafake ey'kolweni kanjalo kanjalo, and then lapho kuzobe sivule amathuba omsebenzi amaningi kakhulu, and the local economic standard of Amsterdam, it will be improved. How? Because inflation in terms of food, more specifically in vegetables or grains or crops, is over reduced. Instead, ukuthi ikhabishi silithenga ngo-20 rand lapha edrobheni, there are possibilities that ukuthi mhlawumbe it might drop, ukuthi at least mhlawumbe silithenge ngo-15 rand mangabe liphezulu, or even 10 rand if nangabe kuthiwa mhlawumbe sesinekhabishi eliningi eAmsterdam, kanjalo. So, and to work such networks, kuningi esingakhona ukuthi sisizane ngabo. As we know ukuthi last year in 2022 we had a group of 20 young people which they were enrolled to Gusasol, which that program was facilitated by Ibuhle Farmers Academy, empowered by AFASA. They were able to get the skills, they graduated, and then they also funded 40,000 rands per each student, meaning like last year we've got 40,000 times 20 like Amsterdam for investment in the agricultural projects. And there's also about 60 women, men, and youth enrolled in farming and supported that vision of agricultural farming. So as it is clear ukuthi farming Amsterdam is taking over, and we please each and everyone on the interest come to us, we assist each other, and then we see any possibilities ukuthi how can we go forward. And then the second one, this one for timber or sawmills. Sawmills, we can list them as now at the moment. Ikona elephezulu lapha on the Nodia family, of which is Lazy Band, and then bese kuthi kuba khona eladrobheni elilo ukhili, and then bese kuba khona some lelapha ka Azize producer amaplanka, and then bese kuba khona le elapha phezulu yokuthimba eseyavalwa man. Maybe kafishane I'll stick to that one lelapha phezulu ebeyibizwa ngeyokuthimba before. What happened to ukuze ime a brief research about that a plant there, we discovered ukuthi iyokuthimba is no longer a trustee, no a responsible entity on that factory. So at the moment by Tengsile and the owner Tengsile, I spoke with the previous owner. They said they can't disclose, but fortunately we did a research, and then we find the new owner of that firm. So why is not operating? It is not operating because since the COVID-19 it rises almost in the rest of the world. So that the new owner bekasa preparile uku-importa new machineries azokhona ukuthi renovate, I introduce it to that factory ukuze prepare ukuqhubeka ngalo iplanka khona lapha kule FM, but kuyobe sekuyi-owner entsha of which ngicela ukungalibiza igama layo le owner at the moment. So kwaba naloko ukuthi izinto azikhona ukusuka overseas zingene ngapha e-Africa, or the interchange of borders or ama-port yabona. So kwabambeleka lo, so of which I feel ukuthi we must have at least a task team or any activist abazoba nale ntshisakelo ukuthi siyom approach again ukuthi kube ne follow up, ukuthi at least ayikho indlela maybe ukuthi angenza i follow up ukuthi at least mhlambe bukeke ukuthi le machine isondele masishane, because renovation was already started. Some of the things they were done there at the factory, and hoping also umasipala ohola umama wethu omusha umamngelosi okhona la eAmsterdam, siyafisa ukuthi naye mhlambe if she can consider to have an interest ukuthi leya firm operate, and we find strategies ukuthi mhlambe yiphi indlela engenzeka ukuthi ukuze sibe namasu ukuthi asize leya firm ukuthi ivuleke. Mhlambe umasipala ungaba nawo ama resources, for an example mhlambe an extended land, mhlambe for negotiable rent. When we say a negotiable rent, mhlambe let's say that firm it's owing 2 million. So I think with the business ethic, normal economic strategies in terms of improving the standard of the materials condition of the people, instead ukuthi umasipala uthi no thina sicela u2 million wethu rent, mhlawumbe ungaconsider ukuthi let them make a contract of agreement, mhlawumbe lo 2 million bawubhadale mhlawumbe ngama dividends of maybe 20,000 rand per month until it is finished. Maybe the rest of the capital investment the new owner bekangaba nayo sekangakhona ukuthi invest ku machinery and also for material and labor. At least lapho we know ukuthi plus or minus 600 of our local people, they can get job, they can put something on a table to eat, you see, and then we can have happy family. The environment of Amsterdam will be better. And then what we can add with intention to improve the value on that timber or sawmill. We realized that Amsterdam last year there were trainees from the South Call bekata attend lapa enganana endala ogu premises ye college farm under the name of environmental science. Those students are graduated level carpentry, so we can find a business plan engakhona ukuthi ba accommodate and engakhona expand the world of carpentry business like Amsterdam. So and if I can remember very well, we have very capable young business people, the likes of Abo Treasure Tabete. We know he already ventured to go carpentry and is doing very well. And now I think he have mastered a lot of the things and he have expanded. We hope ukuthi such people we can ukuthi sibadwebe babuye beze la ukuthi basilekelele ngoba bathi indlela ibuza kwabaphambili. In short, uma sithi siqeda ivalue nge-carpentry shukuthi lapha we are preparing another plant. Remember the pack house eyenziwa intandeko, and then masikuba nale initial lebe izoba le sawmill noma le timber, and then eceleni mhlawumbe somewhere within the perimeters of Amsterdam sesiqeda in iplanti loku processor lama planko azobe ay raw material noma processed raw material into planks yabona. Sesiyawa processor, sesiyawa etivil manje, so processor into furniture. When I say furniture, don't look with don't look at it from a long distance. Mhlampe masikhuluma ngefurnish ibukele khona la eduzane ekhaya. Remember lapha mawundlule eblokweni eFrance on your left kunalo baba lo sebenza lapha ubaba Ernest uyasebenza impela. As you see this table, etafula leli ngilithenge kubaba Ernest lihle kakhulu, live very qualifying in market, and also this chest of drawer ikhona khona iproducer khona la around Amsterdam. So such people laba basivakashele sithi abokufika. I think we must make an inclusive and collaborative society. As you see, like also the Bangladesh group bayakwenza lokho nalabo bese sithatha laba abantu abalapha phambili already aba processor aba manufacturer sibacele ukuthi bafowethu sicela ukuthi equip na igenge yethu le qualified from like nje practical example le graduate ku Safcol sicela nibanikeze ipractical si prepare ukuthi siba register le ma cooperatives, their businesses, umasipala mhlawumbe uzobasiza ukuthi wakheke iplant ukuthi labazokhona ukwenza le furnish. And then manje usho ukuthi if nangabe ubaba Ernest bekenza mhlawumbe amatafula i3 ngosuku, thina ke manje we are penetrating the market. We adding speed now, speed up the process. So sesizokwenza amatafula mhlawumbe abe u20, ma chest of drawer 20, impede mhlawumbe u20 kanjalo and so forth. And by doing so we have already penetrated the market. And the furniture lapha Amsterdam sesizoyithenga khona la ekhaya, and uyayibona ayisi airport, quality is strong, is sustainable, long lasting, forever rest yabona, like into enjengabo sofa embed bo forever rest, and then legs forever lasting ezingasoze zabona lezi kunjalo. So and lapho ke lot of people will get employed, umsebenzi uzovuleka. How can we fund such businesses? Zobiela back nge-pack house entandeko, it is funded by NTA, is funded by the government. NTA is National Development Agents, and including like the contributions of ISEPI, ISAFCOLI, ISANRALI, TWK, and many more third parties which they assist us. They can also do the very same thing on those projects we would have identified. Bangafaka imal. One office which must play a big role elga MEC umam MEC. That one at the moment gune funding up to a 5 million funding or pilot projects now is making 3 years. Like at the Gune road show very soon. Remember, young people who have attended that road show. So singakona ukuthi uma sesihlangene sesine live business chamber Amsterdam, that which is led by capable leaders or the commanders in the forefront. Sesingakona approach ke manje ukuthi mama sicela ukuthi manje please come and consider to fund the projects of Amsterdam. Last the potential ukuthi izo create amathuba at least engakhona ukukasha abantu abayi 1000 from qala le eplant isihlanyela until kuze kufike lapha size processor sifike market yabona. And then bese equation ithi ihlahla sithola kanjani. How ihlahla, and then we speak, we negotiate with Safcol, Mondi, Sepi and so forth. Safcol is negotiate kanjani. Safcol ukuthi mhlawumbe nangabi nama plantations ihlahla basithengisele with a reasonable cost yabona or stock price. And then kanjalo nakasepi nemon. And then again let me bring in something. Isepi ne last year from a field in Ntande before we established the pack house, they introduced a program where we are looking people who've got land, maybe at least 100 hectares and upwards, or even less. They can assist them kuti babathengele ihlahla and every chemicals kuti bahlanyele and every maintaining of la mahlathi lawa ya. So kusho ukuthi bona bazo spend 0 cent. Theirs is their commitment and time and passion kule project there. So kusho ukuthi this thing iya link, and that business advisor I'm daily chatting and communicating, and also he's visiting our farm now and then. Very soon they'll be also contributing with something at the pack house of the Intande. So that is why it is important. Let us release Amsterdam from the ashes and traces of poverty and inequality and gatekeeping, specifically, so we can say so. So lokhu kungasiza kakhulu ukuthi sivulele itafula ukuthi si excel ngamakhono ethu nokuhlukahlukana ukuze lezi zinto zi-implementeke. We are sharing those ideas because like it is a must ukuthi kwenzeke. It's an awareness. And then last one, this mele ngabe at the moment is already up and running. ICT and e-learning. ICT ile faka lezinto zabo for IR, computer skills, basics, typing, nanan, printing and so forth, presentation kanjalo kanjalo. Leya center le angeke sithi sofaka computer, as you see this computer and also this printer ukuthi the service layer siya photocopy pen. You see I'm running my bedroom office, and those things we are doing sizenza khona la ekhaya yabona. So now we want to take this office to the public now. Since the public kanjani. So sifuna transform youth center. It's either one of the willing NGOs or civil society organizations ukuthi sibanikeze. We have an already compiled an attractive business plan engasiza ukuthi sithole ama funds from the third parties ukuthi kufundeke le project ICT and e-learning. Mhlawumbe at least target yethu ukuthi sibe nama computer outdated at the moment. Ama computer outdated azoserve as ukuthi now sifuna ukunikeza i-free basic computer skill. Omunye ngathi how thina sibhadala 6,000 kuma private colleges or institute. It's possible a young child of Amsterdam and a black child. So the very same way we source la learnership la we agriculture, la learnership abo WNRC, la learnership ECD la bawenza before. Singakhona ukuthi sipropose i-learnership kusitha. Ama-sitha different ahlukane kakhulu. Usitha una wonke ama-programs accommodate ama-skills esinawo. And then bese lapho ukuthi bese sesource accreditation. The very same NCC, bulldozer and etc. Laba offerisha la training program. Sihlala nabo phansi siyabacela ukuthi manje we are making a pile or a application zosebenza ne-youth center noma nama NGOs nina provide accreditation. Amsterdam sifuna create umsebenzi babuye labantwana aba qualified abafundela kini bafundise computer bafundise labanye nabantu abadala kanjalo. and then bese kuthi within the ICT ses-establish i-business chamber. I-business chamber si-establisha njani? Shukuthi ke manje labo NYDA bosida lama agencies nama fund nani onke lama business forum, i-business forum siyabuya say workshop iba equipped to i-computer, iba exposed to computer literacy, and then shukuthi izinto zethu manje sesi-avoida lokubhala kakhulu emaphepheni. Yes, amaphepha siwasebenzisa mara sesisebenzisa lana siyatype siya-emaila zonke lezi zinto bo-CSD database, company registration online and so forth. Just we don't have electricity, just I was going to display. So and then bese ke lapho ke sekuba nalokuthi lento iba fashionable. You see, fashionable. When you say fashionable, so kusho ukuthi ke manje we're taking out the bottom from young people. Babuya ba enjoy ukuhlala center, baya apply online mapasari nanani imsebenzi, bafunda computer, beyizinto ezikanjalo, they learning. So Amsterdam will have transformed. Each and every third party or funder makafuna ukuletha information will pass by the center. I-center zobe i-manage abantu aba-selfless, abantu aba-capable, abantu aba-willing for ukuthi ba-transform Amsterdam ukuthi thuthuke phambili. And then by then we will have improved Amsterdam. And those projects, they go hand in hand. I-pack house, i-ICT, i-timber, or any plant namanye singawavulela bo-poultry some future, but lawa are the core primary objectives projects ekumele siwapushe enzeke. By this time, by this environment of Amsterdam, the observant abalalele mhlambe le podcast noma ngabe ngikuphi lapha enkhona, please let us join hands and work for Amsterdam and its surrounding, Mkhondo municipality and the rest of Mpumalanga, South Africa and Africa as a whole. That is why city one Africa, one currency for Africa, one love, one Africa. Aluta continua. Amandla.